Hi, hello students. Good day, good afternoon, or whatever the time is. Hope you all are doing great as always. It's your teacher Jenny again for our language lesson. Please listen carefully and follow. So before we go into our lesson proper for today, we are going to start with our documentary, Amazing Birds in the Forest. Please listen and repeat.
Amazing Birds in the Forest. Part 1.
1. Kingfisher. K-I-N-G-F-I-S-H-E-R. Kingfisher.
Vocabulary. Dagger. Detect. Produce. Screeching.
A kingfisher has a hard beak like a dagger. It has excellent eyesight that can easily detect its prey. It can produce a dry, loud screeching noise. Two, cardinal. C-A-R-D-I-N-A-L. Cardinal.
Vocabulary. Insects. Grain. Nest. Shrubs.
A cardinal is a small-sized bird with a red-colored body. It eats fruit, berries, insects, and grain. It makes a nest for its family in shrubs and small trees. 3. Waxwing. W-A-X-W-I-N-G. Waxwing.
Vocabulary. Yellow-tipped. Speed. Miles. Hatch.
A waxwing has black round eyes and a yellow-tipped tail. It can fly at speeds of 25 miles per hour. It lays 2 to 6 eggs that hatch after 11 to 13 days. Four, blue jay. B-L-U-E-J-A-Y. Blue jay.
Vocabulary. Songbird. Crow. Materials. Feathers.
A blue jay is a songbird that belongs to the crow family. It is bright blue and grey in colour. It uses ants or other materials to clean its feathers.
Somewhere deep in the jungle, you can hear the birds singing their jingles in many sounds, in many colors. Let's learn the birds of paradise together. With big yellow beaks, the great hornbill is rare and unique. This giant bird enjoys eating fruits. Listen to its loud call, hoot, hoot, hoot. Cockatoos are really clever, they always like to discover. They can learn to talk like we do. With a white and yellow crest they look regal too. Haws are the most colourful bird, bright red, green, blue, yellow and more. In a group they glide by, like confetti in the sky. The birds of paradise come in many sounds, in many colors, all waiting for you to come and discover. To come and discover.
Okay, now open your student's book to page 36. Student's book, page 36. The first thing you do is you write the date of today. Today is Tuesday, 10th of August, 2021. Our topic for today is health. Can you repeat? Health. Okay. And our lesson is about illnesses. How do you feel? Okay. Thus, it takes us to our vocabulary for today. We have 6 vocabularies and we are going to learn them one by each. So you have to listen, point, and say. Listen to Teacher Jenny and repeat. Number 1, cough, sore throat, toothache, earache, backache, flu. One more time, please. Cough, sore throat, toothache, earache, backache, and flu. Okay, so our useful language is you don't look well, what's wrong? Okay, if you see someone who is not feeling too well, you can ask the question, you don't look well, what's wrong? And the person might either say, I have a cough. Why don't you see a doctor? That's a great idea. Okay, so you're going to practice this over and over. Okay, let's go to the second part of our work. Now, this takes us to exercise B. Okay, takes us to exercise B. Exercise B, listen and read. And the second one says listen and circle. But first, you're going to listen and read. You repeat after me, please. The children are back home. You don't look well, Lucy. What's wrong? I have a headache. Why don't you go to bed? Why don't you go to bed? Okay, what does Lucy have? Lucy have a headache. So we can see that she has a headache, and now it is circle. That's for number 1. Circled for number 1. Okay, so look at number 2. Look at number 2. Teacher will read and you are going to circle the correct answer. Okay, listen to Teacher Jenny and circle the correct answer. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, now number 2 is Tom and Alfie. Number 2 is about Tom and Alfie. So Tom says, ouch, Alfie, you don't look well. You don't look well. What's wrong, Tom? My back hurts. Why don't you sit down? Okay, thanks. So Alfie says, my back hurt. So which one do we circle? The first one or the second one? I will say the second one, which is backache, because this is what Alfie is suffering from. That is how he feels. Number 3, oh, my ears. That's Sam and Alfie. You don't look well, Mr. Brown. What's wrong? I have an earache. Oh, why don't you see a doctor? That's a great idea, Alfie. So which one is correct? What does he have? An earache. Therefore, the second one again is correct. All right. So number 4 and the last one, Alfie and Ben. You don't look well, Ben. What's wrong? I have a sore throat. Why don't you drink some water? Okay, thanks. All right. So we're gonna circle the correct answer again, which is sore throat, the second one. Okay, that is the correct answer. Very good. Okay, now guys, C asks us to practice, listen and practice. So you practice and you have to highlight the important words just like Teacher Jenny has done. Understand? Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. Okay, we are back again. So this is workbook. Take out your workbook and open to page 32. First, you write the date of today, 10th of August 2021, and then are you done? You can always pause the video and write, okay? Okay. Activity A says look and write. So let's look. We have the words in the box: cough, sore throat, earache, backache, and flu. So we have to choose among these answers. We look at the pictures and then we choose the answers and write. Look at number 1, toothache. What does number 2, picture number 2 tells you? Look at, this is where we concentrate. Okay, it's about the ear. So the answer is, for number 2, we say ear ache. Okay, and then we strike this one off. And then we go to picture number 3. This person, this is the action. So what is that? This is cough. Okay, and then we write cough. Please write along, okay? And let's go to the next one, number 4. So look at the picture. Look at the picture. The hand is on the neck. Therefore, it says sore throat. Okay, sore throat. You write the answers with me, okay? Nicely and neatly. We strike this one off, and then we go to the next one. Number 5 is, oh, this is where the action is, at the back. So therefore the answer is backache. Okay, backache. All right, and then we strike this one up. So the last one that is making this person to sleep is the flu. Okay, that is that. Okay, now this is exercise B, page 32. So instruction says unscramble and write. So these are the words. We have to unscramble them and write. Number 1 says, you don't look well. What's wrong? Then look at this. I have an earache. So what do we write? I have an earache. Okay, good job. All right, the second one, this is for number 2. So what's the question? Why don't you see a doctor? Okay, why don't you see a doctor? What's the answer? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Finish. Just check nicely as always. And then you can have 3 and 3. Okay? And this also you can check nicely, and this will be 5 on 5. Good job. Okay, now we continue to exercise C, workbook page 33. So instruction says look and write. Look and write. So we should look and write. Okay, number 1, look and write. Example, you don't look well. What's wrong? I have a sore throat. Why don't you see a doctor? That's a good idea. Number 2, let's look at number 2. What does it say? Look at the picture. You don't look well. What's wrong? Right? You ask the question, what's wrong? I have a what? Look at this. I have a toothache. I have a toothache. Right? I have a toothache. Why don't you see a dentist? That's a good idea. Very good. That's a good idea. Correct? Okay, good job. Let's look at number 3. Number 3, A. You start with a statement. You don't look well. What's wrong? Right? What's wrong? You don't look well. What's wrong? I have what? have a cough, right? Why don't you see a doctor? Why don't you see a doctor? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Next, so you don't look well. What's wrong? I have a backache. All right. Okay, so the next question, why don't you see a doctor? That's a great idea. Good job. That's a great idea. So I have done number 2, 3, and 4. I would like you to do the last one by yourself. So please, can you pause the video and do the last one by yourself without my help? That's good.